Yeehaw! Welcome back to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious, and that was a dangerous yeehaw because I just almost dropped all these Mountain Dews. So we're gonna get to this. We're gonna get on into this, try and do the thumbnail. But a common myth or misconception amongst all Dew fans is that every single blue Mountain Dew tastes like Voltage, just like every single dark purple or black Mountain Dew tastes like pitch black. We put that test to the bid. Now we're doing this one. So we're gonna go ahead and try and carefully rotate this and lift it. It's not that heavy, it's just the way it all positions itself. So that's gonna be the best we can do for the thumbnail before it all tries to fall down. So let me just patiently grab the one that's most important to not fall, and that's the one in a paper cup. And then we're gonna slowly, ever so slowly, move the others, right? All right, so I used a dirty old baking dish. Man, I slammed it earlier and it took a good dent. So go ahead and slide that back over. And yeah, where are we starting? We're starting with Voltage, of course. I mean, where else would we go with this journey? Oh, that's not even Voltage. That's the other one. That's Frostbite, which is the one that most people say, oh, that's Voltage. That's just watered down Voltage. This is Voltage. All right, so let's go ahead, try it out. May not be super carbonated, but oh well. We know what Voltage tastes like, right? I think it's overhyped. I'm not a big Voltage lover. Yeah, it's definitely, Voltage to me is a kind of a muted blue raspberry. It's not as tart as a lot of blue raspberry flavors. And then you got that ginseng that gives it a little bit of a twist too. Yeah, it's definitely a 7 to me, because again, I've had a lot of blue raspberry things that were just more crisp, more refreshing, stronger, better. And people can say they love Voltage all they want, but to me, it's just an okay take on blue raspberry, right? 7 out of 10. It's good, but I've had better. All right, so the one that people most commonly confuse for Voltage is Frostbite, a honeydew. It's called, they don't even say what it is, but it's basically a cool blue melon or cool melon flavor. It's honeydew with some other flavors, essentially probably Mountain Dew flavor. Sorry, but they had a honeydew melon flavor in Canada. We were supposed to get it here in America, but they said, well, you know, Walmart's probably gonna get mad at us, so they said no. Tried this side by side, and let me tell you, you can taste the melon in both, but I think the honeydew melon one was better than Frostbite. So, and it could have been in natural sugars too, but let's just give it another try. I can see where people are saying and seeing Voltage, right? But you really got to tune into like what you want your taste in there. And I think where you see the similarities is that they're both fruity, sugary drinks, right? They're sugary, fruity drinks. But here's the big difference: is one's got that raspberry, that artificial blue raspberry flavor, and one's got blue melon. And there's key differences, right? For me, I go between giving this like a 6 or a 7. Maybe a 6.5 is fair, but it's just not quite as good as Voltage. And it's not Voltage, right? It is. I can understand what you're seeing there, but you know, it's got its own kind of flavor profile. So just try and break that down for you. Now this one, Dark Berry Bash, is basically Voltage and Blackberry. So this one is definitely an easy one to kind of understand where people are coming from. Oh yeah, this just tastes like Voltage, and that's understandable, but it has a darker color. It has a darker complexion from the Blackberry. So I'm not the hugest fan of this, right? You would think I would love this mix. And maybe it's just, I just don't think the Mountain Dew's bold enough on their blue raspberry, and that could be the case. So let's give it another try. Ooh. They're running low on syrup. That's not a good sign, folks. That's not a good sign at all. Let me just say, shout out to the Suffolk location. Everyone was very nice. I bumped into 3 people. And the third person, you know, was a to-go lady. And she gave it to me for free. And maybe she knew what was up. Maybe she knew that they were running low. I'm going to hit up my buddy Team Supernova, and I'm going to ask him. And he'll probably have the answer before I upload this video. But I'm going to ask him, hey, buddy, should there be concern that this one's going? But pretty much just based off of prior knowledge, I've given it a 7.5 on the multiple occasions that I have tried this, right? And for me, again, it's a good drink, but it doesn't particularly stand out. Like, it's got nice bitter notes, and it does differentiate itself from Voltage because it doesn't just taste like blue raspberry. It's got that blackberry flavor. But for some reason, when they do blackberry, I'm not impressed either. Like, that one time I've been impressed with blackberry, it was when KFC had the blackberry syrup. But it does make some key differences, right? And I think it is slightly better than Voltage. I think it's got that slightly better flavor profile. So, but again, these kind of do have very nice similar tie-ins, but they also have their own differences, right? Guess we'll do Summer Freeze next, because y'all are probably excited to see me review Liberty Brew, because you've never seen me do that. And it's coming back this year as Liberty Chill. So Summer Freeze was kind of a fail to me. It still got an 8.5, and it would have gotten a 10 if it just was balanced better, right? So this one has blue raspberry, cherry. It's not fizzing as much as I would expect a can to fizz, but and I know we're past the date, but you know, I've had a Sprite that was 10 years old and it was just as refreshing. But anyways, that's aside from the point. Blue raspberry, cherry, lemon. So let's try it out again. It has a Voltage type color. I think lighter, like a more like you know, this kind of blue, but you know. I will note this drink does seem to be losing some flavor. Yeah, this one's definitely the biggest outlier. You can definitely taste blue raspberry in this, but it's got lemon, it's got cherry, and I think, you know, looking back at when I've tried this in the past, it is a lot better than, it's a lot more focused than some of the cans of Summer Freeze I've had. I like that a lot. Again, I give it like an 8.5. Just more vibrant, more diverse, stands out more, and it does taste like a melted ice pop. So, last but not least, Liberty Brew. And I bought this off of a guy who sells drinks on Facebook, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. Hopefully I can honor him by pinning a comment of who he is. I think it's like Micah Garza. It's been so long, and I just didn't do the research on that. But Liberty Brew's coming back as Liberty Chill. It's 50 flavors, but of course blue is the color, so everybody's like, this is just a sweeter Voltage. It could be a sweeter Voltage. I don't know. But we're going to find that out. Blue raspberry, cotton candy. That's what I'm getting at. And there's supposed to be 48 other flavors. Yeah, this is definitely like a better, sweeter version of Voltage. Almost like a blue raspberry cotton candy. Which I don't know how we get that out of 50 flavors, but yeah. So basically, bottom line, the conclusion here that I'm going to make 8 out of 10 for this. I think I just like Summer Pop better. It tastes more diverse. This one just tastes like a really good, sweet blue raspberry, maybe a blue raspberry cotton candy. But my overall conclusion on all of this is, as compared to the Dark Dews video I did, these actually kind of tie in better. Like, they are more related to Voltage than we had out of that other video with the pitch black, right? These actually all have similarities that tie back to Voltage somehow, some way. And it's not just because they're blue, it's just because the way they taste. It's weird, it's crazy, but again, it made me not so much because most of them do have blue raspberry in them, right? The one that doesn't is Frostbite, and again, I can sympathize with people that say watered down Voltage. I get it, I get you, I understand you. Yeah, but this has me excited for the summer dews, for sure, and maybe I'll go get a fresh Voltage and try that alongside Liberty Brew or Liberty Chill on my own time. But yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts of this Voltage controversy? I want to know. Other than that, I'll see y'all around.